Okay, this is another campground here called Pine City. There's a dog walking in front of my motorhome. That's why my dogs are going off like that. Thought about staying here, but most of the sites aren't very level. There are a couple that are opening up. And the lake isn't too far. But I think I'm going to go back to Lake Mary and try to get one of the spots I wanted to begin with. I'm pretty sure those people are scheduled to leave this morning. Just to give everyone kind of an idea what it looks like here. There's about, I don't know, half dozen or more lakes out here. This is the biggest of them. A few people out on boats this morning, which I hope to be at some point while I'm up here. We'll see. Yeah, the mountains are pretty awesome when you get up here in the high country. Here's another look from the other side of the lake. This is the marina. They got a little store here and they rent boats and stuff. I'm up here near Lake Mary in the Mammoth Lakes Basin. That's the Twin Lakes we're looking at down there. I think all the campsites are full there also, but I'm thinking about going and driving back down through it to see if I can find one. Otherwise, we're just going to have to park anywhere we can up here. And so this here is Clowley Lake Campground. It's actually a little ways up above the lake. The lake's usually fuller than that. But of course we're having a drought, so all the lakes are much lower than normal. It's a fairly nice campground, except that it doesn't have any trees. It's right up against the base of the mountains here. I think that's Mount Morrison up there. I'm not real great with the names of the peaks around here yet. But it's an awesome place. You can stay here for $5 a day, $2.50 a day if you have the interagency senior pass. And the even better deal is if you're a senior or disabled and you're willing to spend $290, you can stay here all season from the start of April until the end of November. It's a long-term visitor area, much like the long-term visitor areas down near Quartzsite, except the big difference between here and Quartzsite, there's a dog in that car, so it's got my dogs going crazy. The big difference between here and the LTVAs in Quartzsite is that the Quartzsite LTVAs are a little more open. Here, you have to go into the actual specified campgrounds, but there's 4 of them. There's one up here near Crowley at a higher elevation that stays cool during the summer. And then back down on the Owens Valley floor, there are 3 more. Horton Creek, I think Baker, and maybe Independence. Horton Creek, Independence Creek, and Tuttle Creek. Maybe 5, maybe Baker Creek also, that are part of the LTVA. And you can switch back and forth between any of them during that season, so long as you pay for the entire season. Like I said, it runs from April until November. So usually people come up to this one during the hottest months, and then they head back to the lower elevation ones in the spring and late in the fall. And then they head down to Quartzsite for winter. A lot of people already know about this, but if you don't and you're trying to figure out a summer spot, this might be worth checking out. Do whatever you want. Don't let anyone tell you you can't, and have a blast doing it.